we are exploring the mind molders. In this episode, we are going to see the distribution of information, which is denoted by D, which includes mass media and the social media. Communication is very important. A person communicates throughout the waking hours. Even a child, youngsters, old people, all communicate in different methods to different audience. Sometimes only to their family members, sometimes outside to the society, to the community, and to the global audience. So this communication is part of life and is part of the city. So when we communicate using a medium, we call it as media. It could be a simple amplifier, it could be writing a letter, it could be sending an email, it could be other modes of communication. So when we look at the Bible, the Great Commission says, go and make disciples of all nations. So Great Commission is also great communication, because we have to proclaim the gospel, we have to communicate the gospel, we have to use all methods, all technology to communicate the eternal gospel to the audience. So when we look at the Old Testament, there were prophets. Prophets stood for the truth. Prophets were representatives of God. So prophets had the courage and boldness to rebuke the kings. Prophet Nathan had the courage to rebuke David, who was a powerful king. John the Baptist was a prophet who rebuked Herod. So the prophets were not afraid of powers in the world. So they were against the establishment when they stood for the truth. So in the same way, in a democracy, media plays the role of prophet. If the prophets were not there, if the true prophets were not there, in the biblical times we see there were always false prophets. Today, media plays the role of false prophet. The reason is Christians are not interested in media. Christians are not involved in media. More and more Christians have to be involved, engaged in media, so that the media becomes the true prophet. In India, we have the democracy, and the media has to play the role of prophet instead of mesmerizing the people. Today we see the media plays the role of entertainment. Media just tries to hypnotize people instead of speaking about the truth, instead of speaking about righteousness, instead of addressing the real needs and problems. They are trying to apply bomb where the surgery is needed. So the reason is the Christians have not redeemed the media. So when you talk about the mass media as well as social media, young Christians should become journalists. Young Christians should become media professionals, so that they can stand for truth and stand for righteousness and communicate the biblical truths to the society, so that our society can be transformed. So media is a wonderful platform where we can communicate the values, the morality, the truth from the scripture. We as Christians, we have a great responsibility towards the society to communicate the eternal truths to the people. So will we be able to do that? Are we doing that? So let us encourage our young people in the churches to become media professionals and stand for truth and be the prophetic voice in this nation. May God bless you.